I approach the balcony slowly. Luna sits on the path of shade given by a potted tree. I have sometimes brought my desk out here and used that shade myself. It never seemed enough for my purposes, but seems to swallow Luna's tiny body. I don't remember her being that small when we last were together. Then again, the very last time we were together, she was tall, obsidian, coated, and trying to kill me. Even so, her diminutive stature is new. Her mane and tail hang limp and lank, composed of her mere hair. Her coat has not glistened with starshine. When the elements of harmony burn Nightmare Moon out of her with the light of true friendship, it seems that they were left a little behind. Luna's own magic was entwined with the nightmares that it, too, burned away, leaving its wake in this doll-like child princess instead of the once proud sovereign year ruler of the night. She hears my hoofsteps, ears flick in my direction, but she does not turn around. She waits for me to come to her. I choose to think it was not an unspoken challenge, as it might have once been. Luna's stooped shoulders and unwillingness to meet my eyes are born of regret and shame, not rebellion. Luna, it is very hot out of this afternoon. It's the middle of summer after all. Won't you come inside? Thou dost speak of common folk, dear sister, Luna says quietly. The meaning of remained clear to our ears, but thy tongue, though wrapped itself around these fine words with the plumbo of one much lower born than thee. What question has evolved in a language since you've been gone? Speaking this makes a little bit more approachable to subjects. Her nose wrinkles a little. Not ours, dear sister. Fine. Ours, I replied firmly. And I meant the both of us, not royal our. They've never stopped being yours as well as mine. I do not deserve to rule over any pony. Luna gulps audibly, but swallows a sudden onset of emotion. Or maybe she simply hates you using singulars instead of royal plurals. Nevertheless, I watch her eyes glitter from the corner of my own. I did squander that right when I did take up the mantle of the darkness, and then helm of fear. That's in the past, Luna. I have forgiven you. That is fully. Her snout echoes off the brickwork. It was a good thing I informed the guards of the castle not to interfere if they had heard raised voices. I can handle much more than Luna had in her weakened state. This is no Nightmare Moon I am facing now. I hope our conversation would remain civil, but I am done pretending I know my own sister as well as I thought I did. 1,000 years ago I chose to believe I wanted to about Luna. I chose to think I knew her hopes and dreams, her thoughts though process, and her opinions better than she did. My arrogance left her vulnerable at the hideous darkness that stole her from the hunt for hundreds of lifetimes. I thought I knew best back then. I harbor no such vanity now. This time I will not acknowledge the only parts of her that appealed to me. I will then accept her whole as she is, all of her beauty and ugliness, all of her strengths and weaknesses, not just as I want her to be. So I do not raise my voice and return to her. I do not turn and walk away, calling her behavior unfit for a princess, as I might have done for when I was young and foolish. Instead, softly I ask, "Why do you think that, Luna?" "I didn't endeavor her to slay thee," Luna snaps as if being practically stupid. "I did attempt to usurp the fine place and add it down to my own. I did wish to douse my mighty sun, and claims its place with my own moon, no matter the cost of our ponies or our country." Luna bites her lips, unable to look directly at me. "I am unfit to rule. Do you think you would ever do it again?" Though it turned away, I can tell her expression was of pure horror. "Nah, say never again." "Then you are fit to rule, Luna. No pony is perfect. We all make mistakes. It is how that we deal with them and learn from them that makes us who we are. I stare out in the distant mountains of the undulling green of the everfree forest. It is a pretty place from a distance, though its wildness close up to be respected more than admired. I have 1,000 years to learn that lesson. Truthfully, I had learned it a few times. I had made many mistakes while you were gone, Luna. I regret a lot of them. Some do hurt to think about, and probably will for the rest of my life. But each one shaped me into a kind of ruler. I trailed off. No, into the kind of pony that I am today. Equestria is prosperous. Its destinies are happy and safe. Each new generation makes a better place. Yet none of them are perfect, and I would not wish for them to be so. Our imperfections, our mistakes, our tragedies, and our triumphs will all contribute to the tapestry of our lives, and tapestry made up by only color thread would be very boring thing. Luna shifts her shoulders, her head still drooping, but her ears perked. Thou art much older than I now, dear sister, so much wiser than I. For thee 1,000 years did pass, but for me 'twas, but was for the blank of an eye, since last year ill met by moonlight. She winced at her own words. I will have endured the tests of time and softened for forgiveness, but my own wounds seem to remain fresh. I do see myself as clear eyes as morning dew, where before they were clouded as a stormy night. I do behold my own failures, my own fatalities, and I do not possess strength enough to forgive myself for what I have done to thee and our ponies. It will come in time, Luna. I would pray that thou art correct, dear sister, but there remains a part of me that does wish to not, but to ensure to continue the punishment for crimes committed by my own hoof. A millennia is away from Equestria is punishment enough, I think. I thought I wish you wouldn't. I think you've lavishing enough to ensure yourself that no pony needs to add to it. I want so badly to nuzzle her and give her the physical comfort that would just go along with my words. That short embrace in the ruins of her old home was not nearly enough. Self-flagellation may have seemed like a good idea, but it won't help you become a better pony. Though it might have seemed like a good idea, heaping the punishment upon yourself so you won't change the past and will only change your future for the worse. Luna Hodges. We shall see, dear sister. Luna, will you please answer me one question? She stiffens, clearly expecting the worst. Of course. Why won't you use my name? Tension hangs thick in the air. I know of not which thou doth speak. Yes, you do. Ever since Twilight and her friends brought me back to you, and you to me, you've called me dear sister and nothing else. Why? Luna swallows audibly. I have missed thee. I wish to re-establish our sisterly bond. She can tell I'm not buying it. Tell me the truth, Luna. Don't tell me what you think I want to hear. I refused to listen to you 1,000 years ago. I will not do so again. Not ever. Not even if you have something to say to me is something you will think will anger or hurt me. It is difficult to be so familiar with thee now, Luna pauses. I don't press her to go on, but eventually she does anyway. Though half grown, both in body and mind, though doth pauses such wisdom, and though art to do much majestic and regal than the pony I knew before my translation unto darkness. When I do look upon thee, I do not see Celestia, and the pony who did tease me as a filly would carry me up on her back as a mewing foal. I do address thee, sister, to remind myself that is be what you are to me. My heart clenches. Oh, Luna, my heart did house for envy 1,000 years since, for I could not bear it to do so again, though art my dear sister. I do not ever wish to forget in that favor of the dark nights that did once plague me. She sniffs. We were all not nightmares. They did as begun my own. my own jealousy and pity hatred that did grow to become its full-fledged cousin. She gulps wetly and pauses before continuing. I am afraid. I am afraid that the soil within this heart of mine is still nourishing to do terrible thoughts. I shall begin to see thee once again as my superior, not as family. That will not happen. I clomp my goof down sternly, making her jump. If you say I'm so much wiser now, but so are you, Luna. Listen to yourself. You wound the old Luna from 1,000 years ago to secondly guessing herself like this. Would be examining her own thoughts and feelings with this level of maturity? No, she wouldn't. But you are because you've grown, Luna. You've changed by your experiences and you're changing still. You're not the pony you once were. None of us are. You won't be slide backwards against the old habits, bits, or gravitances because we have both matured and learned from what happened last time. Neither of us will let that ever ship. Thou wouldst be mine guardian? If you'll be fine mine, I treated you terribly, Luna. I didn't act like your sister. I acted like an arrogant fool, and I am sorry. I'm sorry I didn't see how you were feeling or getting the help to deal with your insecurities. But this is not the time anymore, Luna. Things will be different this time. Don't speak with such conviction. Warrant conviction. We'll look after each other, Luna. I extended a wing, letting it hover over her shrunken back. I needed you, Luna. Can't do this alone. What kept me going these past thousands of years was the thought of seeing you again. Needed you, dear sister. Something like this with a sigh. She leans back into my wing's embrace. I close it around her, holding her close to me as she stiff as first, but softens and finally melts against my side in a hug I have waited for a millennia to enjoy. I missed you, Luna. I did miss thee also, Celestia. My smile was so bright it could be mistaken for the sun itself.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.